Hi all, this is Dr. Fields. Still sick, unfortunately. I sound worse than I feel. So I definitely feel like I'm on the mend. But once again, I didn't want to leave you guys without any valuable content. If you've been following me, then there's a good chance that you're stuck. And there's an equally good chance that what I've been saying and what I've been teaching you has really started to resonate with you. And you're believing that I do have the answers and I can provide some really valuable guidance and help with your weight loss struggles. And so, with that being said, what I came up with today is a list of WH questions that can really help you get motivated to address what it is that's keeping you stuck. So you're sitting there, you're feeling helpless, you're feeling like, I don't even know where to begin. This all seems overwhelming. I feel defeated. Start with the WH questions. You remember them when we were in grammar school, right? Who, what, where, when, why? Exactly. So ask these questions to yourself in terms of the type of help that you think you need and that you're seeking. Okay, so the first question you should ask yourself is, what do I need help with? Do I need help with a food dependency issue or food addiction? Do I need help with meal planning? Do I need help with motivation? Do I need help with support? Do I need help with creating an exercise program? So what do you need help with? The why. Why do I need help? Maybe you just have no idea where to begin. If it's a meal planning uh, kind of assistance that you need, you don't even know where to begin. And that's what you need help with. If it's a food dependency issue, maybe the why you need help is simply because it's just too big of a challenge for you to tackle by yourself. If it is an exercise program, maybe you're just confused in terms of what types of exercise are the best ones for you, or what kind of program is the best one for you to start with, et cetera, et cetera. Where? For many of you, this may not be as important of a question, but it could be. Where do you need the help? Some of you may do a lot of your overeating or your compulsive eating at home. And so maybe you need help at home. Maybe you need help with that environment. And as a psychologist, I can tell you that a lot of the strategies that we help people with are manipulating their environments or changing their environments to, in a way where they're not so vulnerable in those environments. And there are many strategies and techniques that you can do. Maybe it's at work you need help. Maybe I worked at a school for many years, and I can tell you the faculty lounge always had extra goodies. People were constantly bringing in cakes for this person or that person's birthday, or this person's engagement, or this person had a new kid, or many work environments are like that, where a lot of the celebration revolves around food. The boss brings in bagels for everyone, and so maybe the work environment is where you need the help. Like that's where the food dependency gets you, or that's where you tend to act the most impulsively. And certainly if you're at work and you're stressed, and that can definitely add to it, right? So the where question might be very important. And who do you need help from? If you're trying to figure out an exercise program and that's your main struggle, you might need help from a personal trainer. If you're trying to figure out how to develop a really effective food plan, then a dietitian and nutritionist may be very helpful. If you're trying to work on a food dependency, then please consider a therapist who is specialized in that. You might also need help from your family. Maybe your family is also eating very compulsively, and they're not, engaged in the healthiest eating behaviors, and it's rubbing off on you, or it simply makes it more difficult for you to follow your plan. And so maybe you need to have a sit down with your family and talk to them about your goals and how they can be helpful, or a spouse or loved one. um, Maybe you need help from a friend. Sometimes we have these friends who aren't the best influences, and they don't realize the influence they have on us. They're calling us up very often. Hey, why don't you go out to eat with me today? Or let's meet up for lunch. Let's meet up for dinner. And they're, typically not the healthiest places. And you just kind of feel compelled to go along with them because you don't want to let them down. Maybe that's the person that you need help from, that you need to have a sit down talk with. Or maybe you just need a buddy to do this with you. So maybe you have a friend who's going through similar issues. They need to lose weight too, and you need support. Or maybe you need to find a support group. Okay, so that's the who. And the when. When do you need this help? Well, this really has to do with your commitment, right? Or your readiness to commit, right? If you're telling me that I need this help maybe this summer, that tells me that you are not ready for a commitment to this right now, that, the time frame is very meaningful with this question, right? If you tell me that after your vacation in February, that's when you need the help, okay. So that, obviously you're not serious about this right now, and that's fine. That's fine. Just be sure to be honest with yourself, and not be fooling yourself just to kind of put this off. And then when the time comes, you're not going to do it. But the when question, and I would couple the when question, if it is, a future kind of goal, or rather if it's, a time in the future where you feel like you're going to start addressing this, I would back this question up with, well, why not now? Why not now? When? After my vacation in February. No, the summer. Why not now? The when question has to do with commitment. When do you need this help? Now, for some of you that may need to pay for professional services, when question may be very valid. I don't have the money right now, but I'm getting a tax return soon. And when I get that tax return, that will be the when. And that's fine. Just be honest with yourself. Try to sit down and answer these questions and really think about the what, why, where, who, and when questions regarding the kind of help that you need. Hopefully next time I have a video, I'll be feeling better. Until then, have a great rest of the week.